Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It is the 12th of July, a little early in the morning. It's about 8:45 a.m. Hope you're doing well. Ring the bell just a little bit. Alrighty everyone. Go ahead and get a read here. We got some stuff happening regarding idol worship and misdirection. And apparently the real president of the United States is a female. We have an imposter trying to fill the role, and they've been discovered or seen by the universe. It's not working out very well for them. Research has been done. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and see how it's going out there, shall we? Planetary circumstance for the celestials versus those earth-bound jealous ones competing. They're in regret. And you're celebrating. They're focused on their failure and they're looking at your celebration, Empress. Nasty Jack, who is in competition with you, is in regret. In the challenge position, Eight of Cups, disappointment. They failed to take out the Empress. Five of Cups against the Empress failed. In the subconscious, Devil. The Devil's feeling trapped because you're coming home. So the Devil is feeling trapped because you're coming home. There are principalities in this space that have been posing as guides and counselors. They've been harvesting the sun, the inner soul, out of the solar plexus, rainbow covenant of their constituents, and they've been using it to manifest power for themselves. It's a devil, a principality, inhabiting a container, a body not belonging to them, and they are wielding celestial authority, walking around on our heads that they were never given, that they don't have the capacity to wield compassionately. They're very cruel tyrants with energy that does not belong to them, and a seat of authority that they had not earned nor were appointed for. They're getting laid to rest. In the recent past, illusions, fantasy, by the power of three. Wizards, witches, getting paid to create chaos in the world for this devil in the land of family. They're very upset that you're coming home, Empress. Their war against you failed. And they're afraid that you're coming back because you will see right away who the fake ones are. They can't uphold the illusion in the face of you. You see right through them, into the core of them, and you can see they're not celestial. So their intention with this fantasy, this illusion, this magic trick, this power of 3 was to bring war to the Divine Mother. These nasty ass little immature wizards and their fucked up sex magic. In the near future, 9 of Swords, nightmare. Now they're in the nightmare that they were trying to bring to the Empress. It bounced back on them. The Empress has much scarier friends in the sacred shadow of her temperance angelic presence than her enemies are. Far more skillful at being a bully. And you nasty asses planted seeds that's coming back for your return. It's terrible, isn't it? So somebody's having a nightmare over love. Over your loving partnership, Empress. Your sense of belonging here. King of Wands is here, natural leader. In the environment, these nasty ass devils are like, it has to be a man in that position, or a succubus, because they feed their principalities that body snatched somebody of authority. They don't know what they're doing. All they know is that they have to harvest the energy of these high value souls and use it to maintain their authority. In the environment, 9 of Pentacles, life of luxury is coming forward for you because that is the value of your soul, Empress. It's what comes from inside of you. While what comes from inside of these others that they attempted to layer you in was their nasty ass shit. Their transference of their own sin. These entities out there, they're talking about this Empress being sympathetic to the people that Israel is sacrificing. They're very upset. This devil is very upset about her coming back into the territory and putting an end to the soul harvest. An end of taking the inner sun out of the celestial and then placing it into one of their idols and telling them they have to pray to that person. Idol worship is what these devils in religious positions of authority not belonging to them have been leading them into idol worship and straight into the fire. Hopes and fears. 10 of Swords. Somebody is in utter defeat because you're coming into your 9 of Pentacles. This devil is going to be utterly defeated. Every day, more and more of them disappear from the platform that's walking around on my head. This royal council house of the celestials. Silence is golden. The golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. These nasty asses have been brutalizing women and girls while turning the boys against the female and having them do this fucked up magic against them with this warring. Outgoing energy. Knight of Cups. Romantic proposal. Queen of Swords is strong. The pages are being elevated into their new status. And there's a King of Pentacles here that's feeling trapped because the dude was siphoning couples and you are actually coming together. You could be coming together with the King of Swords, who is he's here. He could be here battling the illusions. Maybe he knows the truth about this battle that was uncovered. And the Hierophant is here. Sacrificing the greedy ones that were trying to control the foundation of the Empress. This Empress has been appointed by the universe. She is a chosen one of the Most High Prime Creator. These nasty ass low-level devils calling themselves men, fathers, leaders, they have been badly misrepresenting the celestial fathers by abusing the sons here, misdirecting them into the devil's den while brutalizing women and children and killing the fathers, the human fathers, in battle. They're going to fuck right off is what they're going to do and get out of the celestial house. They're a bunch of whining bitches that never create or produce anything except suffering and chaos, while demanding that they be treated with respect. No matter how many times they torture the mother to death, she cannot give them respect for an authority that they themselves were never given. They're wielding power that was never theirs. She's not bowing to them. She never has. No matter how many times they skinned her alive, raped her to death, burned her alive. What the hell ever, you nasty fucks. Hello, Monique. So they're in a Five of Cups disappointment because the Empress is celebrating and the community is celebrating with her. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, there's a thing. So there's a Gemini, I feel, who tried to attach itself to her moon, which is also, I believe, Gemini. So they tried to come into this Empress's energy through a backdoor sacrifice. That failed. Eight of Cups, disappointment. Their magic failed. The Devil is feeling very trapped because the Empress is coming home. The Empress is actually the President of the United States. And this piece of shit Gemini usurped the position by sacrificing her. And now the bitch is back in the best form ever, baby. Yes, you devil, you fucking freak. We gotta give it time. Everything in divine timing, let things flow. The celestial realms can see that the devil is a principality inhabiting a body that doesn't even belong to them. An identity that is not theirs. They're masquerading, body hopping from lifetime to lifetime, trying to maintain their eternal well-being by siphoning the light out of true celestial, naturally born people. Seven of Cups illusionists in their Three of Pentacles magic, wanting to bring Five of Wands chaos to the world. If you're going to come on here and ask stupid questions before you can even observe for yourself and determine based on reality and fact, then you're just going to Get out of here. I'm not interested in your troublemaking, you losers. I don't owe you a debate. I don't owe you anything. So, they're making war with the earth or with the earth sign. Take it as it resonates. I think this Gemini is a principality, a time-traveling piece of shit who masquerades as a president, and he's trying his best to destroy the Empress, whose identity he is in, who's insisting that the woman lacks responsibility to be in this position. He's a fucking murderous, rapist pig. He's not even human. He's in a Nine of Swords nightmare. He made a deal with the devil. Confessed it out of his own mouth in front of everybody. Pets. It could be that the pets he's been sacrificing are coming back. He can't sleep. Maybe he's getting attacked at night by all of those beautiful beings whose blood he spilled. Darling. King of Wands, optimistic leader. He knows who his team is. And we got honeymoon in the reverse. That shit is over. You got a life of luxury. Nine of Pentacles. Caution. You're being cautious because you know that these assholes are still out there stalking you, wanting to end your 3D vessel and its existence. They're in a Ten of Swords ending, and they want to swap it out with this Empress because they are a gluttonous, coward, fraud who cannot face death because they're a fucking pissant who lacks courage. They talk big and they drop a lot of bombs, but they're a fucking coward. A dead man in a rotting corpse, pretending that it's powerful. Have patience. Just a few more months. These asshats are in a Ten of Swords ending. They will be leaving us. The principality, the worm of the misogynist, this uninvited guest that's time traveling and body hopping through everybody. This parasite is no longer allowed to dwell within the house of the celestial. And that means the temples, the bodies, the flesh that house the sun. So we got a Knight of Cups wanting to come forward, make a romantic offer. This is a third-party enemy, an espionage agent. Wanting to talk about intimacy. Gambling, liar, and cycles. So this could be a spy. This could be somebody coming in. There could be a Knight of Cups here that loves love. They truly love love. So they want to communicate about the third-party enemy and their intimate practices, gambling with other people's lives, their sexual encounters, lying about them, and forcing them into a karmic cycle. And spy. He's been doing his research and he's confessing. All right. So Knight of Cups, he loves love and he is communicating about the third party enemy, taking a gamble regarding sexual intimacy, repeating cycle, liar, 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 spy, espionage agent. We could be having somebody move here at a distance because they got to move on from date night. No more date night, Cornholio. You're going to get the fuck out is what you're going to do. We're no longer fucking around with you, Cornholio, who wants to come in and harvest our rainbow and then wear our feminine identity. You, Nasty Jack, are going to be stuck with the weak-ass masculine presence that you have been given, and you're going to be in it until you make something of it. God says you aren't a woman, and you don't get to wear the Empress's identity. You're not even a decent man, fucker. Not only can you not create, even when you have been given powerful energy, you can't even destroy, motherfucker. You and all your fucking wizards coming against this Empress with your baneful magic, powered by harvested, powerful celestial energy, you still failed to take out one woman, you cheap, sleazy motherfucker. You're no fucking leader. Coward. 5 of Cups, disappointment. There's celebration regarding the Empress. We've got an air sign here. Maturity. Well. Some nasty ass wearing an Empress's energy, who lost the contract, by the way. Was he wearing the identity of a mature, her actual partner? The nasty ass wizard sucked her in and failed to destroy her because he's a weak ass fucking magician, even when he's using a powerful celestial woman's energy against her. Oh, poor little fucker. You weak ass sorcerer. Eight of Cups, failed attempt to manifest his fucking magic. Why? Because he was moving against the master, the fucking celestial cardinal. This cheap and sleazy fucking wizard is nothing close. Not even when he has stolen the essence of the woman he wishes to destroy can he destroy her. Because the mastery is inside of her. And this piece of shit is wearing it as a cloak. Rotting corpse. Yeah, this devil is feeling trapped because the Empress is coming home and she's married. She's married to her true divine. Nasty Jack, you're coming down. You don't even know. Every fucking thing you did to this woman is going to be... He felt so good about bringing such horrendous pain to a woman. Oh, God. It's all coming back. Poor little bitch. Give it time. The devil is feeling trapped because the Empress is coming home. She's married to a mature, very capable air sign. This nasty-ass devil is an air sign who tried to intervene in this connection. Give it time. Manifestation. So this woman and this mature air sign are together, and this devil who is impersonating. It was a fantasy. It was love, you see. Oh, rape is sexy. Oh, yeah, you bitch. Fucker. He's having challenges. He's having challenges. Why? Because you're happy. You're a happy person. He cannot destroy your joy. Injustice. He's having challenges. Perhaps you have something to be happy about. They're having challenges. What? You're happy? They're prejudiced? They're biased? This immoral piece of shit is a happiness hater. Because when you're happy, their hate can't stick to you. They can beat you over the head, and if you can find some kind of pleasure in it, they can't make their shit stick to you. Isn't that fucked up? So when you're out there acting like a Mad Hatter, woo, you know, and they're like, oh, you're crazy. And it's like, bitch, you can't stick your shit to me. I'm happy, whether I'm suffering or not. That's my core essence. Just a dumbass. Just a fucking dumbass. The pain that you cover people in isn't produced by them. The core of humanity is happy and loving. You got this devil out there trying to hit people with sticks and stick their shit on them. Tradition. 5 of Wands, chaos, aggression. Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tradition. High priest. Religion. The devil was fighting with the high priest. Some fucking Gemini who pledged their allegiance to the devil came between this person and this person. These masters. They tried to take them out. They failed. They failed in their identity swap. Because they're no master. They're just a baneful magician who cannot manifest their own power within their temple because they're a walking corpse. So the only way that they have power is when they harvest the energy out of others. And how do they do that? Sexual deviancy and torture. They're in a nightmare here. Something about pets. The animals, sacrifices of the past. The Empress loves the animals. She's their friend. She's their caretaker. And these fuckers have been slaughtering everybody. This planet's become a bloodfest. They play with our life force vitality like it's just liquid of the gods, and they use it however they want. Children, you know, like we've been here many lifetimes, reincarnated, stuck in this loop. We are some of the ancient ones. Those mythological people, we are them. Bickering. So there's a nightmare, lots of fear, lots of anxiety regarding pets. The pets could be attacking them. They might be doing pet sacrifices. Maybe they think of humanity as pets. These fucked up devils, these principalities masquerading as human beings, look at us as though we are animals, and they've been slaughtering and fucking everything. And they just think it's beautiful the way they can get this energy and dominate everyone with it. There's bickering. Nobody's in agreement anymore. King of Wands didn't get the honeymoon. He didn't get the new beginning. Isolation. They neglected you. They kept you isolated and they neglected you. They're not getting a honeymoon. They're not getting a marriage contract. They're not going to gain access to any energy. They neglected their contract. They neglected their contract. They're losing their connection. They left you in isolation, and then they were wicked to you. You're getting a Nine of Pentacles, life of luxury. Use caution. Maybe you are cautious. Your integrity. Your moral and ethical values have integrity. And these devils have been out there fucking everything, putting that filth upon you and saying that it was you. Pushing their shit through your body, your mind, and living vicariously through you as a puppet, and then blaming you for what it is they led you to do. Ten of Swords. They're in a Ten of Swords, utter defeat. These people are breaking down. Just a few more months here. The way they've been dealing with marriage contracts in the celestial realms is heinous and not holy. Thank you, Katarina. Thank you, darling. Hi, Rainbow Dragon. Hello, everybody. So, just a few more months. There's a Ten of Swords, utter defeat, falling away. These people are freaking moving. So, just a few more months, we're moving into a state of harmony, of bliss for our unions, our families. So, the love union between man and woman has won this battle with the devil, who two men were in competition with the traditional family lifestyle. They did not want that. They wanted to harvest the Empress while commanding the crown, wearing her crown. This morning, I was hearing these nasty fuckers talking about the magistrate being the president of the United States. And whoever this devil is that's masquerading is a walking corpse trying desperately to fulfill the role. They are failing miserably. We've got a Knight of Cups who is dedicated to love. They're communicating regarding third-party enemies, taking a gamble with their sex, keeping people trapped in cycles and loops by lying about them. He's done his research and he's offering testimony. About the competition, adventure, and heartbreak. So they thought it was real fun to go beat up women and rape women, and now they're heartbroken. They're heartbroken over the adventure they decided to take, competing with the mother, the celestial mother. These fucking devils, these ground log piece of shit rapists were competing with the celestial cardinal, a high-ranking soprano celestial, here to help and provide services from the celestial realm. They captured her and used her temple, her mind, as a bridge and a connector to that realm, and then they took war there. And they've been waging war against the men in battle, killing many of them while REPing the women and the children and turning the boys against the mothers and the daughters. We're coming to a stand. This hoarding. So those people who refused to grow were hoarding the wealth of those who did. Now they're restless because you're moving on. You're taking what you are and what you create, produce, and share, and you're moving on. There's no need to go to war with these people. There's no need for that interaction. The clarity alone about what they are doing is bringing destruction to their fantasy. They're tired. You're tired. You're tired of poverty and having these attachments posed as partners. You were victorious over it. Partnerships are victorious over these attachments that have been keeping everybody in poverty. Those who are all about materialism, stealing, thieving, raping, identity theft, freaking raunchy ass, low level, non-successful brutalizers demanding that they be treated with respect are being blocked. They're just a bunch of shitheels because they've been delaying the prosperity for the celestials, holding them back at the gate and siphoning them and then moving them back through so they can continue to sexually harvest them. Fucking losers, keeping you in a state of moderation. Imbalance. Reckless sex prohibits temperance because they're constantly dumping their chaotic devil shit into your rainbow. And then they say that that is what you are and you're undeserving of being there, a celestial star. And my thing is, how is it that these nasty asses, they keep talking in such a way, demanding that they defiled and desecrated this empress so thoroughly that she should never be allowed back in? How is it that this person who has confessed to being so vile is still standing on my head? They complain of our attitude while we complain of them raping children and prostituting the mothers and killing the fathers in battles, unnecessary sacrifices. You're very resilient in the face of narcissism. You're very strong. Rat bastards. I saw a thing the other day. Somebody was asking, well, what would you keep? Would you keep what was it? The mosquito, the cockroach, I don't know, the flea or something, and the rat. Which one would you keep? Well, right away, you got to keep the rat because owls eat them. That's their food, right? That's their food source. So you got to keep the rat. Nobody gives a shit about the mosquito or the cockroach. I don't much care for rat bastards, but the owl eats them. So, not everything has purpose, but some things do. And unfortunately, these rats just thought that they were going to lead me and you. So now Owl Woman's got to come and have a snack. A fucking snake needs to clean up their rat pack. So somebody's in regret. There's a lot of celebration here and friendship for the Empress. People like her. There's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a mature one. A king, an actual king who is intellectual and maintains a state of grace, which is cool in a masculine. He's providing wise counsel for the Empress. It could be that the Empress is in her masculine energy as an air sign too at this time. These guys have been claiming that she's too masculine, you know, too boring, not as sweet enough. You know, they were given a list of rules about this competition or whatever the hell. And then they went in and they proceeded to hijack the minds and the body. And then they drove everybody into failure by casting the illusion that they were them. They actually puppeted people with their voice to skull technology and their puppetry technology. Their nano dust, their programmable nano dust that they got inside of everybody's body. Live streaming thoughts of rage. Oh, they got anger issues. Well, no, Nasty Jack. We're a transmitter receiver, a bio form, an original communicator of the divine. What is that called? The barometer. We are sensing the atmospheric disturbances that are being pushed through the mental bodies of the people. And fortunately, some of us have discernment as to what belongs to us and what does not. We got step away from the soul eater. Step away from nasty ass wanting you to assume the fucking position. Asshole. Step away from the asshole. You're fine. Life is absurd. Laugh a little. The absurdity of these people. Look, and so this maturity, you're stepping away, you're fine. You know, life is absurd. It's just so stupid. They are upset. They failed to do magic. Their magic failed because you're the master. This low-level devil who thought that they could just siphon the energy and life force vitality out of masters. Some of them said, have you ever had one fresh? Oh, like right out of the womb? A celestial being right out of the womb. Fresh. You fucker. Get out of this house as a celestial. You nasty. So you're the master and you stopped comparing. There's no need to compare yourself to these nasty low-level devils who are doing sex magic. You've got this. You have the connection and the authority that these people were never given. The Celestials have been here in a trap of recycling for a long time. These ones have been wearing your crown, carrying around your trophy, your Oscar, if you may, for acting like you so well. The movies that you guys like so much, if they're your fucking story and somebody else is getting a trophy for it, isn't that great? So we got the devil feeling trapped because the Empress is home and the masculine is mature about it. They're like, hey, look, we're not going to fight about this anymore. There's some mature masculines, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, standing right here with the Empress. There's a marriage here. And we've got manifestation, giving it time. They're clearing out the devil. The worm of narcissism and misogyny is not permitted to live in the vessel of the celestial people anymore. They're coming out. They're not happy. They've been eating here for quite some time. And you're not feeding them anymore. You're no longer feeding them. And that is what I heard a couple of years ago. On the third day after sacrifice, I heard a man say that he was done feeding them. Because somebody was proven innocent. this empress. And he's no longer feeding whatever the fuck this is. He's right there with her, manifesting with her. So we've got fantasy and illusions caused by the power of 3. They're having challenges because you're happy. Maybe you're happy about, or maybe they're having challenges because they were happy with the injustice. They could not destroy your happiness. They're going crazy. Or maybe they were happy about causing an injustice by raping your mind. Yeah. So the fantasy, the power of 3 illusionists, the mental rapists, are having challenges because they raped the mind of an empress unjustly. Fighting, 5 of Wands, chaos, competition, earth sign, tradition, religion. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Blowing up people's minds, man. They're with their religious witchery. I knew it. Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, this weird thing about 5-year-olds complaining, my brain's telling me to use the middle finger. I don't want to use the middle finger. Can't you take it out? Yeah, you fucks, you're doing it to the little girls and their mothers so you can get an initiation reward into the celestial kingdom. You fucks are coming out. You cannot rape the mind of divinity and then take over the house of divinity. Absolutely the fuck not. Worm. Fuck you. Get out of the house of the celestial. You harvesting freak. So they're in a nightmare over pets, bickering. They look at their people like pets. They're their, what do they call them? Kittens? All those years ago when they first sacrificed me, when I was first enmeshed in this mess. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, yes, you fuck. I am the cat. I am the cat, you fuck. They're bickering because hope exists even today. You're happy, even in spite of the injustice of them raping your fucking mind and then saying you were insane. Isn't that fucking great? You've got religious pieces of shit gatekeeping us while they're raping our mind, insisting to the celestials that we are insane. Isn't that great? Deceitful. Harvesting at the gate. You're making small progress. So we've got King of Wands, lost his wedding contract. He will no longer receive another one because he left his spouse in isolation and then neglected them, treated them wickedly, intending to destroy them. He sucked the light and the life out of them and made tiny progress. Brutal motherfucker devil, torturing a high-value woman, celestial, made tiny progress while she overcame their best effort to fuck her life up eternal. She's getting a life of luxury, using caution. There is integrity here, high moral and ethical value. And we got these devils out there wanting to fuck their way to the top by stepping on a pure, high-value celestial who chose themselves. Chose himself. You got this nasty ass rapist, energy harvesting piece of shit devil marrying their enemy, trying to destroy them, made tiny progress while she who chose herself said, fuck you. She said, I'm holding on to my integrity, you whore. And she went all the way. And she went all the way while they were attempting to destroy her and steal her power, using it against her. Weak ass motherfucker. Immature, needless feeder. Non-producer. In a Ten of Swords, utter defeat. Have patience, just a few more months. Good things are coming to those who are waiting. Harmony. Supportive relationships. Everything will be okay, and it may not be perfect. But it is in the imperfection where limitless potential resides. Dumbass. Stupidity. Playing, reading a script, making a show. What does it look like? Oh, this is the glow. Oh, this is the glow. No, it's the fuck not, man. Limitless potential is in the imperfection. And when these people strip it out and they say everything is so perfectly ironed, there's no wrinkles anywhere. It's like, bitch, that ain't creation. That's manipulation. That's a script. That is a movie. Pretending it is reality. It's so wild to me. So Knight of Cups is communicating about the third-party enemy, taking a gamble regarding sex and harvesting. The cycles, keeping people stuck in cycles, karmic cycles, by lying about them. There's research that's been done. And somebody is heartbroken over the adventure of this competition. Because you kept going and you're closer than you think. And these people who have been body snatching and identity thieving others, they have no idea what the hell they're doing, what they're saying. They're reading a script, a devil script, saying it must look like this. They stripped out limitless potential, saying this is what perfection is, and they took the power away from the creator and the creatress and said, you must fit yourself into our mold while we're blowing up your mental body with this injustice. fighting over your happiness. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to be strict. They want you to whip yourself. They want you to be, they don't want you to see yourself as powerful and accepted by the celestial realms, when it is the celestial realm that is fueling your temple. You're naturally a member of the realm where they have to harvest, and they're not even wearing bodies that belong to them. You're saying no. It's a complete sentence. You're saying no to these people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're wearing a body, an authority, a role, an identity not belonging to them. They did not earn this position. They do not have the knowledge, the inner resilience, or the perseverance to manage the load of it. They are improper guides, working for the devil, reading a script. If you go to all of the channels reading the same script, you can see it's a manipulation. It's obvious. And you're setting boundaries. You're no longer following people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're wearing an authority that they should not be in. They were never given it. They're there talking like they know what they're doing, but they're reading this manual. They're trying to interpret the minds that they've been raping, but they've been cut off. They can no longer harvest your intellectual property. They couldn't understand it in the first place because they're a low-level fucking devil. They don't understand celestial wisdom. This empress said they were the sun with a powerful soul. And they created a fucking religion stripping the sun and the soul out of people and putting it somewhere else and said, you must worship that. It's not in you, it's there. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And you're setting boundaries. They've been feeding on you. Fucking with your mind. And they've had you trapped in a loop of comparing yourself. You're the master. The only reason they appear to have power is because they've been siphoning your energy while you've been giving your power away to their authority, their lack of authority. It's your obedience that is giving them power. But they don't know what they're doing. You're the one with celestial source connection. Soul. In the solar plexus, the rainbow covenant. These people don't have rainbow covenant. The body they're in doesn't belong to them. They were not born of a woman. They were not born of water. They were not born of water. They're not pure. It's not your problem. They're not your problem. You don't have to feed them anymore. Pause. Pause. Words are easy, patterns are truth. They can speak proper words all they want to, but you can see that they have been expecting everybody to lower their expectations to keep them trapped in this loop. You're walking away. So you're trusting patterns, and this is a male and a female on this card. It's like there's a Knight of Cups here that's walking away. He has witnessed the severity of this sexual deviancy, this siphoning, and keeping people trapped in this loop, this karmic loop, by lying about them, by defiling and desecrating their energy, which, by the way, this nasty ass says that he prostituted her energy, and everybody's saying that the divine feminine isn't worthy because they prostituted her energy. Here's the thing, Nasty Jack. You prostituted yourself while wearing harvested energy. You did not prostitute a divine feminine. You defiled yourself while wearing harvested, stolen, without permission, divine energy. You did not prostitute this empress. You cast an illusion. A weak-ass illusion. Divine masculine is trusting the actions he can see throughout the history. What the truth is. And it's not his problem. It's not his problem where he's hitting pause. He's hitting pause. Divine masculine is hitting pause. He trusts the actions of divine feminine. She's probably celibate. She's got pure energy. She's not out here fucking around. She's very mature. She's mastered herself. And you got these devils out there. Give me your light. Give me your power. Give me your wealth. They want this mother to pay their karmic debt, their sin, their nasty ass, murderous, rapist ways. They want to blame the mother by accusing her of being a prostitute when they did not prostitute her. She's celibate and pure. They harvested energy and prostituted themselves while trying to say it was her, while trying to cast a magical illusion that it was her. They're projectionists, and they're not even very good at that anymore. They were using the trapped celestial energy to do the magic, and they've been cut off from that energy, and now the magic is failing. Life is absurd. And if you can't laugh at it, then these assholes are going to suck you down into the dirt. And I think that everybody can understand that. What's the first thing you do when you trip and stumble in front of people, typically? You laugh. You laugh it off. I'm fine. I'm good. It's all right. It's absurd. Yeah. Some awakenings change everything. You have awoken. You can see what they're doing. You can't go back to a state of ignorance anymore. What they've done here and what they've become is absurd. You're stepping away from it. Eight of Cups, failed attempt to manifest anything. The universe is looking at divine feminine. Prime creator is looking and saying, what have you been doing to these people? It's like, it's over. What have you been doing with your baneful magic? They've been harvesting the energy out of masters, and they know who you are because we've been trapped here in loops lifetime after lifetime. They get you when you're a child, and then they bring you in under their wing, forced by typically trauma bonding, some pain connection. Getting you to use your mastery for them. You're no longer comparing yourself because you recognize that the mastery is coming from you. You're no longer comparing yourself to them because you're challenging your own damn self. It's not important what other people are doing as long as they stay out of your damn energy, because you're not trying to push in on them. It's like, get out of here, man. I'm in competition with myself, and you're trying to interfere with my personal game that I'm playing with the divine. You see, God wants us to be all that we can be. So we must challenge our inner divinity. And you got these assholes out here saying, oh, you got to go have sex with that one, harvest the energy, do this, woo, big fucking symbology and all that shit. Come on, man. People who even need to see rituals played out before them. Cannot create. They don't have infinity. Universe is not inside them. It's not coming out from them. They have to perform a trick on the outside. They can't birth anything without a performance. You understand? So the devil is upset because the Queen Mother, the Empress, is coming home. We're giving it time. This manifestation, this magic. Somebody needs to eat something. They're hungry. These growling eat something. We've got an unopened letter. There was information hidden that was not shared, that still manifests or still shaping the story. Illusionist, power of 3, are having challenges because of your happiness. Even in the face of this injustice of them raping your mind, they could not kill your happiness. They could not wrap you up in the suffering. Because you mastered yourself. Dumbasses. And now they're calling into the void. Like, it's an injustice. 47 tabs open, hundreds of people in every tab shouting shit into your mind. And you stayed happy anyway. And you kept moving forward anyway. Now they're talking to the void. They're no longer able to mess with your mind because you've returned. You have evolved through the challenge of this suffering, and you have returned to the celestial realms. You are the Empress. You could very well be this King of Cups in the upright. Air sign also is here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There could be a King of Cups in the upright that is dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This King of Cups may be kicking the ass out of this motherfucker. Excuse my language. I don't care, motherfucker. People think that if you need to be, in order to be a temperance angel, that you got to be all love and sweetness and kindness and oh so sweet all the time. And what they fail to recognize is that in order to be a temperance angel, you need to be in temperance, which means there's a powerful shadow in you, just as potent as your light. And if it's not present, authentically and transparent, visually in temperance, that means we got a script reader hiding their shadow, projecting it onto the people when no one's looking. If you can't trust what is standing before you, if there's something hiding in the shadow and you can't see the process of tempering, then tempering is not happening. It's projecting and pretending. You got to return. Reborn. So we got conflict. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tradition, high priest. There is a high priest with this Empress. You got these nasty people out there doing magic. One of them said, I stopped right then because God is, yes, God is with her. This religious soul trap of the sun celestials is being looked at carefully. Fucking needless feeders in the house of God, using harvested magic or harvested energy to do baneful magic, to entrap, ensnare, and curse them. And when the mother figure comes in with her attitude and says, thou shalt not, these nasty asses get up and they're like, oh, well, we got to get rid of this woman. Oh, we need to feed her. Oh, you better go gang rape that bitch. Get her the fuck gone. Get the succubus in that position. No, Nasty Jack. No more mind rape. No more temple rape. No more sun harvest, soul harvest. No more faking it like you made it. No more stealing the honor or carrying around other people's trophies. You're an asshole. A bicker. I love that word. Bicker. You're connected to source. See, they thought that they had cursed this empress so badly with their desecration that she would never, ever, ever reconnect. But God offered absolution and washed the impurity off of her because the impurity was not in her. Regardless of how badly they defiled her Holy Spirit, blasphemy, by the way, you fucks, punishable by death. Principality, yes. Harvester of soul, you in a temple not belonging to yourself. It's not even your own body. You're going to be experiencing the second death. Motherfucker. You're going to come out of that vessel. We are reconnected to source, the true celestials, and this bullshit scripted scenario that you have here of soul harvesting the celestials, the true soprano divinity, is coming to an end. You're going to get your ass kicked so fucking bad. Devil, you messed around with the sacred shadow of a soprano celestial. You're a dumbass. You fucking thought she was a sweet little thing, didn't you? Dumbass. The key to immortality is the nice, darling. The barriers have fallen. Root and crown are united. Sacred shadow, sacred light. Temperance angel has been bridged despite their best attempt to destroy the mind and the happiness. King of Wands has lost his contract for isolating his bride, neglecting her wickedly, ungrounded. They say she has no idea what Epstein did to her. They gave her lots of twists over the many thousands of years. And they made small progress in their most heinous effort to destroy a high authority celestial woman. Their collective sorcery as men, devil men, their rape fest, their soul torture, all that stuff failed to destroy one powerful celestial soprano cardinal, high priestess. Here now with her high priest, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. She's got soft armor, you prick, but it's far stronger than any hard thing you could fucking manifest. Mr. Small Progress. She's going to live her life of luxury. She's cautious. She has integrity. King of Swords knows the truth about this bullshit artistry, this tomfuckery, and he's choosing himself. You are allowed to come first. And we've got vanishing point. Those who have integrity, those who didn't fall into the trap of being a malicious fucking rapist, yeah. There's a time we got vanishing point. Mr. Small Progress. Mr. fucking growl, eat, consume, rape. Came up against an empress with soft armor, with all of his hardness. And he's in a 10 of swords, utter defeat. Patience, there is a restoration for a union and everything will be okay. Not perfect, but okay. Limitless potential resides in imperfection. You can't get rid of it. You have to learn how to appreciate it and find value in it, because only then can you mix and match and then become properly. Invitation. Everything will be okay. You've got an invitation. An unseen force has asked you to cross into the unknown. The barriers have fallen. The true celestials that have been held as prisoners of war for cycle after cycle are seen. These others are under a spell of their own making. They're trapped in the fear that they created for everybody. So, Knight of Cups. Now, he's a sensitive romantic. He's communicating about the third-party enemies, gambling in this triangular relationship, intimate fucking harvest scheme, keeping people trapped in karmic loops by lying about them, harvesting their energy, downloading things in their energy, blowing up their mental body, filing deceitful paperwork and convictions with the celestial realms. He's done his research by, I guess, being in it. He could be a Jehovah's Witness. He could be one of God's espionage agents. A virus within the virus. Take it as it resonates. A program within the program. So, somebody's heartbroken over the adventure of this competition. You're keeping going and you're closer than you think. Look, man. Everything that these people say, they don't know. They're researching on the way because they're wearing an identity. They're inhabiting a body. They're resting in a status of authority that they themselves were not accepted into or earned. They don't have the knowledge, the resilience, or the ability to persevere through challenge. All they have the ability to do is fuck and read a script. They're an actor or an actress. You're saying no to them, or God is. We're setting boundaries to these assholes. We're trusting the actions of people, not their words. They are not your problem. They did not do the work. They wanted to be a pretender while fucking over everybody else's life and wearing their identity, brutalizing them for their own opportunity that they lack the skill for. We're in a sacred pause. Not everything needs to resolve. Some magic lives in the unknown. Of course it does. You're a creator, a creatress. The light of the sun, sonic booms, supernovas, it's in you. Infinity is in you. The cosmic universe is in you. And these assholes said, no, it's not. The sun is there. The soul is there. You have to pray for forgiveness because you don't have it. You need to get it from somebody else. It's like, come on, man. The quiet flame is inside you. It's your source-connected celestial fire that they want you in your mind to give to somebody else and then pray to that person to give it back to you. It's your flame that is reshaping the world around you, and they have wanted you to give it to them so that they could get you to follow their command, obey their order by using your fire against you, by keeping you going backwards as insufficient, unable to manage your own fucking capacity. There's a magnetic draw. Something is meant to meet you. You're drawn to something, the light keeper, cosmic threads. So you're being drawn out of this mess. You're the light keeper, and these nasty asses were taking your light and sending up false reporting that you were not able to manage it because they kept sucking you into this fucking sun trap of giving your power away and then begging for mercy. Isn't that something? I begged for mercy. over 20 years while they were raping my mind, while they were trying to destroy my mind and get me institutionalized. I begged for mercy. I demanded, I commanded in Jesus' name, in every fucking buddy's name. And at the end of it all, I asked Bastet. And these assholes said, do you have any idea what you've just done? And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I backed off. And 2 years later, she said, won't let those people obtain you. And she said to be prepared, they're not going to survive. She's royalty. And when she speaks, it's truth. So now the Queen Mother of the crown has been emancipated from the curse. The Empress is now free. The tribe of the lion, God Goddess, and the tribe of the jaguar, Basta, Amara, all that business, are united. The reed and the crown are united. And that doesn't mean that one is beneath the other. You cannot have a crown if you cannot stabilize your fucking tree. People have been wanting to outcast the underworld, outcast the sacred shadow. It can't live here. Oh, no, you got to be full-on celestial. Well, fuck. We're living in the middle ground as planetary stabilizers. We are potentiality of all things. And it is our responsibility to be tempered and to exhibit that ability and capacity, and to teach other people how to do it so that they don't blow up the freaking world like these nasty ass fucking devils pretending to be leaders and guardians and guides and such. Authorities. Word magicians. Hypnotists. She needs her medicine. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It gives us rights. Monotone. When somebody's speaking you in monotone, this is flatline hypnotic suggestion. And they repeat it over and over and over and over, over and over and over and over, over and over and over and over, until it sticks and you believe it and act upon it. Command your own mind. These people have got towers that are causing towers for divine celestial lives because they're listening to what's being projected into their mind rather than listening to the soul, source connected map. Source connected guidance is most often silent. It comes in pictograph, it comes in words flashed before the eyes. It'll come with nature, or you'll be led to a place and it'll click in the mind. Creator, the celestial realm, silence is golden. They don't fucking rape your mind. All talking at the same time. That's not divine telepathy. Silence is golden. Soprano upper celestial communications are not mental rape. They are not intrusive thoughts. They are not you sitting in the bathtub and having some asshole come in and demand your attention to what it is they want you to listen to. That's not divinity. That's a false telepath using towers and voice-to-skull technology to fuck up your world and try to drive your mind and your life. Look, you didn't run away from this. The Empress stood toe-to-toe, lifetime after lifetime, saying, no matter how, the skin her alive, burn her alive, rape her to death, fucking cut her up into little tiny pieces, what the fuck ever, you bitch. She keeps coming back and kicking you in your teeth, and you deserve it. And finally, the true celestial can see what's happening here, and now they're taking care of it. And she gets to step away, protected from these blasphemers of the Holy Spirit of the upper celestial mother, daughter, cardinal team. here to guide nasty ass motherfucking devils to the celestial realm. And what did they do? They decided to bury them in their hell. Have a fuck fest. Rape fest. You didn't run away, Empress. You kept coming back. And that's one of their complaints. She keeps reincarnating. Yeah, you asshole. She's not afraid of pain, you fucker. She's a mother. She lays in labor, bleeding, tearing for days to bring forth life, you pussy. Fucking, you think you're a master because you can rape somebody and take their energy and perform baneful magic? Fucking loser. So you're not comparing yourself to anybody, and you've got your person here, silently bloomed master. You and this King of Cups Empress appear to be married. You could be married to somebody from the sacred shadow, a powerhouse of sacred shadow, a master who's carrying a cup of love. He doesn't compare himself to any fuckabody else. He's like, bitch, I know what I am. There's no comparison. And this guy's out here, you get over here, you do what I say, you give me that, you give me that, loosh, give it. They need your energy in order to manifest their magic. They can't supply their own energy. They're not in a covenant. They don't have a chakra system. They're not able to generate and produce energy. They have to suck it out of somebody else. Their blood, their vital force and such. I'm going to put that back because, oh, well, and maybe I'm not. It came out, it slid in the reverse. It's workplace affair over. Unopened letter. Workplaces affairs are over. They've been feeding on people. No more. No more of that, nasty Jack. They call this Empress a tyrant, a dominator. These principalities, who body snatched somebody else and is in a position of authority, they're saying that she's a tyrant and a dominator because she won't give them her wealth, her celestial wealth. She sees them as the devils that they are. She knows they've been sodomizing children. She knows that they've been prostituting women and girls. She knows that they've been sacrificing the men in battle. She knows that they've been trying to reformat family for humanity. The soul of the solar plexus, rainbow covenant, celestial. And she's here with her person to say, fuck off and die, principality. The second time. Bitch. They're trapped. They're trapped. By the return of the true celestials, they are trapped. They've been fighting with the earth. They could be fighting with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tradition of a celestial realm that these ones twisted. They took the sun, their internal sun of their soul, their SOL solar plexus of the rainbow covenant. And they guided them to go to war with the celestial value system. Practice what you preach, they said as they killed her last time. She said, you cannot treat people like prostitutes. And they said, fuck you, bitch. And these little gay fucking woman wannabe pricks tortured her to death. I don't have a problem with two-spirited people who are living their lives sacredly connected to source. Absolutely not. But this shit, these vile fucking devil creatures, using LGBTQ to hijack the two-spirited people's way of life so that they could get them on their team and have somebody to sacrifice for their effort. Fucking dummies. They have no credit with source. They've been fighting with Prime Creator, who's cutting them the fuck off. He said the sun shall not show for them again. And this is the end of their relationship with batteries. They will not be harvesting the soul of a celestial anymore. The barriers have fallen. The curses that kept the divine away have all been broken. The true upper dimensional celestial sopranos, the sacred light and the sacred shadow of a fucking high-ranking space, are here dealing with these low-level devils who thought they were badass shadows. And they blame her because she escaped and opened the door so that everybody could come through with their testimony. These pages and these nights are being elevated. They're being removed. These fucking devils have been sucking the sun and the soul out of them and using that light, demanding that they follow their lead. And it's sickening how they have defiled and degraded the mentality. Look, you've unlocked the barriers and you're no longer fucked up over them. So the masters of the celestial realms of the universe are clearing out the council house of the golden royal energy and those who carry it, the celestials. They will no longer be pushing their personality traits or living vicariously through the original organic transmitter receiver communications system device, the temple housing spirit and soul that source connected celestial. We are not their puppets. The worm of the narcissist and the misogynist is coming out of all temples. They do not get to live here anymore. This parasite. They came up against an empress wearing soft armor, and they thought she would be an easy target. And while it's been thousands of years of birth and death, all of it torturous, do you know how, like, the pain threshold, some of you out there, you have a very high pain threshold, and this is why. Your soul has value of power and strength that you don't know why it's there. It's there because you survived and been birthing and dying torturous ways, and your pain threshold has steadily been rising. And your ability of your mind and your consciousness and your emotional body, your heart, to manage the brutality of the betrayal of it has growing stronger. And after all this time, you evolved through the pain and you were able to stand firm in the face of the heinous atrocity trying to steal your honor and your authority once more. And they failed. Because you did the work. You didn't take a shortcut. You absorbed the pain and then you transmuted it and grew through it, rose above it time after time again. And that is how you ascend. By the time you get to the celestial realms, you're no longer offering cruelty to anyone. And there should not be any there, because you've ascended through it and beyond it over and over again. The people there exhibiting such traits are narcissistic, misogynistic worms, parasitical, body-snatching devils. Now, those who deliver karmic return are not the same as those who brutalize others, because the brutalization was not birthed inside of those delivering karmic return. They're simply lifting the gift off of the purity that did not ask for it, that does not deserve to carry the burden, and they're delivering it back to those who manifested it. It's a service that, while it looks heinous, is one of the greatest blessings, and we should be grateful that these kings of cups, loving, remained loving, and they have the capacity to hold this heinous brutality and deliver it back where it goes. Take that rage, take that hate, put it where it goes, where it came from, without getting entangled in it. They have evolved up and through these things so many times. They can deliver it back now, take it off of the children, take it off of those who do not manifest it within themselves, and put it back where it goes. And while it looks terrible, it's not the same as those who grew it in the first place. So be careful who you're judging out there, is what I'm saying. Because some of these folks are highly evolved soprano celestial beings, taking the mental fuckery and putting it back where it goes, because these people in the world have been committing magic, heinous sorcery against the minds of the people, driving them into lifestyles and patternings, addictions and anger issues that do not come from them. It's not in their heart. It's not in their chakra. It's not in their rainbow. It's not in their soul. It's moving through the waters and the mind of their temple. It doesn't belong to them. And this shit's coming out. Because the true celestials of Upper Soprano Divine are here, and they're taking it off of who they put it on, and they're putting it back where it goes. That's why they got rid of the mother. Because she's like, you're not bringing that shit here. You're not doing that to this family. $6,000 years of torture, man, that she wasn't supposed to survive. And here she is. Continuously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, listening to these ones, the creator and everybody, the prime creator, everybody's involved, listening to these ones speak their intention of doing the same thing to her again. They're being removed. The soft armor of this celestial empress was enough to protect her from all of these heinous devils wearing the celestial essence of their sacrifices and using it to do baneful magic. This one empress with soft armor withstood the most heinous crimes over centuries, and they could not conquer the sun in her. even though they touted themselves so. They twisted the celestial wisdom and created a soul trap for celestial children, guiding them to hate the mother, who was trying to lift them into their power. It's goodbye. She's saying goodbye. She's saying goodbye to those devils who harvested and tortured everybody so heinously, and yet they still made small progress. It wasn't just her that they were torturing with this bullshit, this betrayal of their wedding, their marriage. It was the betrayal of the children, of everybody in the territory that would then become adults and be like them. God said that enough is enough. This is enough. It's over. The sun is never going to show for these ones. They had the opportunity to dwell among divinity, and they have lost that opportunity. If somebody's ideals are to dominate and control those on the outside of themselves, then they are not growing on the inside. They're not becoming more than they were before. They're not adding value to their soul. They're not becoming a greater celestial. Oops. So we got a vanishing point. You're getting a life of luxury. You're using caution here. You're holding your integrity. King of Swords knows the truth about morality, ethical, honor, and all that good stuff. You're choosing yourself. You're allowed to come first. And we've got vanishing point coming up. You're getting a new path. You're going to be vanishing. Some endings are new beginnings in disguise. You're choosing yourself. You're walking down the path. You're entering into a new timeline. Perhaps a new dimensional space. You've elevated up. You did the work. You actually deserve to be there. And these devils that don't deserve to be there are panicking. They're paranoid because you can see clearly as a true celestial being. You're not up there committing fraud with baneful magic and glamoring everybody. You're the real deal. And they're like, oh no. They're in a Ten of Swords, utter defeat. Patience is needed. Just a few more months. Good things are coming to those who wait. This harmony. Blissful partnership, harmony for families, children. No more raping. No more killing the fathers in battle. No more raping the mothers in front of their children. No more selling the babies as rape toys or harvesting freaking vessels, what the hell ever. Everything's going to be okay. Maybe not perfect, but that is where limitless potential is, and you should show appreciation for that. There is not one leaf on a tree that is identical. On any of the trees that are the same, there is not one leaf on any of them that is identical. And that is creation in its perfection of imperfection. Do you understand? You can still be unique. Have your own unique patterns and ways while being part of the whole. It's so ridiculous that they tried to put everybody in the same freaking fishbowl. You're receiving an invitation because you didn't go baneful. You remained loving. You chose yourself. You chose your inner divine. The one who's been walking with you the whole time, God, prime creator, hoping that you're going to recognize the sun in you and activate the soul within your chakra system, amplifying your heart space, your love. Get your light on. Come on home. Learn about that self of you in that temple, your holy temple, that these people have been committing blasphemy against. An invitation. I love you. Empress. Somebody loves you. Everything's going to be okay. You've got a King of Cups here, Empress, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or there's a King of Cups here, very mature, dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, I feel, who may be this devil that's been fucking with you. He's making certain that whatever this person does to you is bouncing off and going back, and that is just that nasty jack. We got a King of Swords right here who's chose himself, and he's helping youngers choose themselves. He's guiding them into a path of integrity. He's guiding them into a path of integrity. Whereas these nasty asses were guiding them into a path of lustful feeding, frenzy. Okay? Because we're not comparing ourselves with others. We're comparing ourselves with our own self, guided by the inner divine, which is coaxing us to become the greatest sun, light we can be. The more light we embody and the happier we are, the more potent our creations can be. That way, when they do, if you do kind of get sucked into a dark space, your light can get you out of it. You can shine and keep the shit away from you while you exit the space. I found myself in some real dark spaces. So dark that as bright as I am, it was dimly lit, you know? But that's the thing. And the goal is to challenge yourself to become more brighter, and not so that you can boast about it, but so you can get yourself out of a fucking hellhole should you accidentally fall in one unexpectedly. Prepare yourself. Knight of Cups is communicating about this third party enemy gambling with sex and sex harvesting, keeping people trapped in cycles of repeat while lying about them. He's done his research. He is a Jehovah's Witness. He's heartbroken over the adventure of competition. He gets to keep on going. He is not being held back. He gets to keep going. These people that have been identity thieving and body snatching others are stealing their roles by sacrificing them. They don't know what they're doing. They're having to research as they go because they're a lousy, no good for nothing that doesn't belong in the role. They are reading script and they are misguiding people down a path of incoherency with their radio shows. You're saying no to that shit. You're setting boundaries. You trust people's actions. So male and female are coming together according to the actions of their history, their consistent patterning. Temperance angel isn't all light, darling. Temperance angel is going to root those roots and stand firm in the greatest storm that any fucking devil can bring them. And you can be certain it's not going to look pretty or pleasant, but it will endure. We're in a sacred pause. These nasty asses without roots, without crowns, are not your problem. The quiet flame in you is quietly reshaping the community around you. We have an open ending. Some magic lives within the creator and the creatress. Of course it does, but not this baneful, cursing, hexing, trying to steal other people's lives prematurely just so you can siphon their life force and empower your own. It's so fucked up. This romantic fucking harvesting, yeah, piss off. There may be romance coming forward. Your quiet flame on the inside is slowly changing the world around you. It could be becoming more loving. God is fed up with the way these assholes have been this trickster. God is fed up with this phony baloney, trickster illusionist, doing love spells on high-value people and then tapping into their mind, their mental body, and then siphoning their intellectual property and misleading people into a fantasy fucking illusion of a soul harvest trap. This religious, give me your power, you better pray to this idol and hope that you get to heaven, honey. Oh yeah, God is fed the fuck up with that. Prime creator is like, you rat fucking bastard. You're gonna go supply my fields with your scurrying little feet, and little Miss Owl Woman is gonna come and have a fucking snack. How about that, bitch? Yeah, you're the new fodder. Yeah, you're the new fodder, Mr. Miss Fake Busy. Mr. Miss Fake Busy, because you were praying while you were going round and round and round. And at the end of the cycle, God looked at you and he said, they do love me. The illusions and the false reporting that these assholes have been sending to the celestial realms about humanity was a lie. They were reporting on the fake person that was pretending to be you while you were a ghost, buried alive. The false reporting was about the fake you fucking everybody. Now they're feeling like shit because they and their thug pimp are going through a karma storm. All their mental fuckery is coming back on them. They're ashamed. They're getting blocked. They're blocked from living a life of ease. They shall experience the torturous brutality that they delivered unto divinity. Fuck off. Don't call my name. I pray that you survive and become that which you have been so jealous of. How somebody's having massive regrets, this nasty ass pimp, over your illumination of the shady ass mask wearer, your spiritual gifts. Yes, because it's obvious that the light and the power was always yours. The gifts were always yours. They were just a shady mask wearing fool, bumping heads, living toxic lifestyles, and then uploading that energy to the true divine that they accidentally got connected to. Fucking asshole. Side hustling their karmic lessons to. She needs to learn her lesson. She needs to learn her lesson. Yeah, you fucking bitch. She learned them all, you cocksucker. And now it's your turn, side hustler. She's not giving you leave, bitch. It's time for you to go learn the lesson of impossibility. You filthy rat. Go fucking feed the owl family. Of the sacred shadow, you piece of shit bark beetle. You know what I love? Is I get on here and I talk like this, and then the next day I get to sit in front of you again and do it again, alive. Woo, I'm alive. And every day that I get to do that, it just proves the potency and the power of the one that I walk with. As I look you in the eye and tell you to show him who it is that you're walking with. Come forth, come forth, come forth, soul eater. Empress didn't run away, and neither did this King of Cups. This King of Cups, I think he's either an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. He could be dealing with his copycat, this devil that snatched the Empress out from under him thousands of years ago. False flame, ensnarement, prisoner of war. Now her true match is here. King of Cups, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, dealing with this nasty motherfucker that tried to hide under this Empress's moon sign. Piece of shit. They're going to be held accountable. Oh, yes, they are. Door of no return, you little bastard. Crystals cannot replace common sense, boy, and you just don't have none. All those muscles don't make you shit, except when you get old, you're going to have stretch marks. You don't get to say what I love or hate, Shannon. How about that, nasty bitch? You don't get to say what I love or hate. Because you don't know shit. We're done giving spiritual credit to fucking idiots. They got a mouth. They accuse others. You hate this. You hate that. I don't even fucking know you, bitch. You don't know shit about my life or the challenge that I have survived. You should be careful. God is no longer, Prime Creator is no longer giving spiritual credit to lazy motherfucking whores. Shut your mouth. We're not running. This is our fucking house. The daughter of the lion himself, purified and sanctified his daughter, proved her innocence by sending her to the underworld to Osiris, weighed the heart, light as a feather, and then there was a union between jaguar and lion. You don't get to say who this daughter loves and who she doesn't, and neither do you get to speak for a celestial in such a judgmental way, you devil, accuser, falsely. They can't sleep. Their magic isn't working. They don't have the inner sun. Their power is outside of themselves. Yeah, he needs a nail trim. Poor little guy. All right, so this devil is feeling hopeless. They're feeling real trapped. They're like, oh shit, the Empress is back. Of course, they didn't say that. They said the bitch is back. And they have to put up with the Marys for a while. No, you fucker, you're going to get out of the Mary's house. There will be no more sacrificing of the divine women or the children that come from them. You will no longer be turning the boys against their mothers while gender altering them with your chemicals, and you will no longer be slaughtering the fathers in your battles. You will be leaving forever. How about that? Nasty Jack. You wanted to fight with the mother, and you lost. And now the heat is on. The heat is on. Woo! You dumbass fuck. While they left her alone, the fake ass bitch was right there. And now you're going silent because we're not dealing with stingy, low life, motherfucking liars who hurt who hurt others for profit. You're a fucker. You deserve in a land of war. And that does not belong in the celestial soprano realm that you piece of shit are in falsely. Mr. Bare Minimum. Mr. Bare fucking Minimum. Go away. He's going into the fire that he has put many celestial beings in after he and his fucked up priests delivered a full sexual payload into before sending to Osiris. You fuck. You're going to get out of this celestial house. It's your turn to go into the fire. Osiris and Anubis and everybody knows about your grave robbing schemes, your sexual deviancy against youth before sending them to pay for your karmic sin. Mr. Bare Minimum. So the illusionists, the power of three, are having challenges dealing with your happiness regarding this injustice. They are speaking, but they're speaking into a void now. They fell into a trap while trying to fuck up your mind. Oops. They're trapped by their own effort to destroy your mind. They're speaking in a cave of echoes now, while you return to the celestial realm, reborn. You're bringing back all of the research that you survived through and gathered intelligence on, and you're reporting it to the true soprano celestial realm. These people who have been fighting, these people who have no soul value, these people who have no credit with source. We've got Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, traditional value, high priest. Connected to spirit, sending up spiritual signals. Not everything is a crisis. That shit that's been blowing your mind up is not yours. They've been trying to get people seen as though they are insane, having anger issues, need to be institutionalized, are imbalanced, have trigger points that they haven't dealt with yet, by running those kinds of thoughts through your mind, your receiver. Those thoughts aren't being manifested by you. It's all been a fucking lie to hold you here so they could harvest. You've mastered yourself in the darkness and you've been reborn. You're no longer comparing yourself to anybody because you know that the only thing you need to compare yourself to is what you were yesterday. What did you accomplish yesterday? Can you improve on that? Can you do it faster? Can you do it stronger? Can you create more in the same amount of time? What can you do without losing quality, detail, dignity, honor? It has nothing to do with the guy standing next to you. It has to do with the God connection in you, the celestial connection in you. What kind of guidance are you listening to? Are you listening to this shit? Oh, you're not pretty enough. Oh, you're too fat. Oh, your teeth aren't perfect. Look at my teeth. Yeah, pretty little bitch. You got perfect teeth. While she's out there cursing true divinity with tooth loss, organ failure, get fat spells, all this nasty ass shit that a true celestial would not be doing. The historical patterning proves whether they are worthy of this space. It's been thousands of years. There's no reason to debate, have a conversation, or even listen to somebody's objections. It's all proven patterning over and over and over again. Repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. You can trust. Where did that go? Right here. You can trust in the repetitive actions. Not the script, not the act, not the mask wearer who puts it on from 9 to 5 and then goes home and plays, skins an animal and then takes his vital force and pretends that it's a fucking glamour queen or whatever the hell. I don't know, okay? But when God's looking at patterning, he's looking at the mask as well as what happens when the mask comes off. And true celestials, they don't wear masks. They have their 7 directions, north, south, east, west, upper, under, center, and every one of those has 4 facets, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. And a good celestial tempered angel is visiting all of these things at all times. So that there's no flats, no holes, no punctures, no blow-ups, no bombs, no big disruptive thing. These people have been doing love spells on the spiritual authorities of this world, the true celestial light-bearing beings that we're here to teach how to be that. They've been doing love spells on them, coming in, having reckless sex, tapping into that rainbow covenant, shattering the heart in heartbreak and betrayal, and then having some Jezebel piece of shit step in with no knowing whatsoever of how to manage the energy or the mind of a celestial. They rape it, rape it, rape it, rape it, rape it, rape it, rape it. And then they read on the book, oh, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? Well, geez, I don't know, asshole. You're not supposed to be in that position. Why don't you take off those fancy threads and get up out of that freaking computer? This is not a celestial watcher. This is a devil wearing somebody else's body and identity, leading everybody into the fucking den for consumption. Mama's back. And these Mr. and Miss Bare Minimum is going into the fucking fire. We're not recycling heartbreak. Betrayers. It's one thing. It's that the research been done. It's thousands of years of many lifetimes of torture and many torturous, long, torturous deaths. She did not give up. She kept reincarnating. She kept coming back. And this time, she evolved up through the mess. And this King of Cups, Master, helped her create the bridge back. And now all of it's seen. And all of the curses have been broken. The illusion's cracked. What do you mean? What do you mean I can't be seen as an empress? What do you mean I can't get my free paycheck what do you mean I can't go fuck with people's minds? Well, I don't know, bitch. Reality check. You're going to have to get a fucking job, I guess. Rather than sit there wearing your skimpy Jezebel clothes looking for your next fucking harvest. The next ice cream you're going to eat. The next fucking ice cream you're going to eat. Whatever ice cream means. Nancy Pelosi was really into ice cream. I don't know what ice cream means. I know what pizza means, but I don't know what the hell ice cream. But she's sitting there looking like, what the fuck? What do you mean I can't have ice cream? Oh, stop. And it's like, honey, I'm not on clearance. You're a fucking bitch and you shall not wear this identity. You ice cream eating motherfucker. You bare minimum whore. Get the fuck out of my house. You bad credit piece of shit. You wanted to fight, bitch. You wanted to fight. You got a true temperance angel in your midst now. Mr. fucking Bare Minimum is trying to rewrite the script. Oh no, what do you mean I can't? Oh fuck, I gotta rewrite rewrite the script. No, bitch, you're not going to rewrite the script. You're going to get detached. It's over. Mr. Low-level fucking devil, mediocre piece of shit, even when he siphoned the energy out of many celestial beings, he still could only make minimal progress. Fucking loser. They're in a nightmare for whatever they've been doing to pets. Their pets, they're bickering. Their pets are bickering. Oh, they're in a nightmare. Their pets are bickering. Their pets, their kitties, their whatever the fuck, they're bickering. Because hope exists, even today. Hope exists even today, even after all the brutality of being treated like a fucking animal. Hope exists even today. You know why? When you're looking down on the ground and you see all those little dandelions or all those other little bright yellow flowers, sometimes we get so freaking down. We drop our chin to our chest and we can't see. We can't look up. It's hopeless. You know what that mother did? She planted the sun and the soil on the fucking ground so when you look down, you could have your day brightened up. They call it a weed, but that is a hope eternal seed. And it's the first fruits for the bees. So hope exists even today. You are the key. You've unlocked something. The barriers have fallen. What you have been seeking is now within your reach. Everything that these people have been fucking your mind up with is going back on them. They're no longer able to do that. They fell into a trap. You dropped the barriers for the true celestials, whatever this baneful magic was, this barrier, this blockage, this trap, whatever that they built on the energy of harvested souls from celestial beings. It's broken, and now our true family is here clearing it up, and I say, fuck you, devil, motherfucker. Get out of the house, bitch. How about that? This temperance angel is so tired of you. King of Wands is losing his contract. He will not ever gain another one, you piece of shit. Because he tried to put out the light of his empress. And then he behaved very wickedly to her. And he still made small progress because he's a fucking minimal level devil, if not the lowest level devil. He can't do shit with celestial energy because he doesn't have a celestial mind. And he doesn't have the capacity to understand the harvested intellectual wisdom of a celestial mind. They misinterpreted everything because they don't have the capacity for understanding. She was here to help them understand, and they fucking tortured her to death and gave command to a rapist, fucking pig, sodomizer of children who fed on them. Goodbye. Goodbye, you nasty ass Jack. You're the new fodder for whatever is going to be, I don't know. You're the new fodder, and you made very, very bad decisions, thinking yourself a god. Now, Prime Creator is here to remind you that you're nothing. You're less than scum. You harvested relentlessly, gluttonously from celestial ones, and still you couldn't manifest shit. Against a singular, soft-armored woman. asshole. Everybody can see there's no devotion in these assholes. They're crying. God help me. You fucker, you've been out there cursing people with psalms, man. You've been taking religious texts and cursing people, slicing their throats in an unseen space, sticking knives in their chest, stabbing them, sacrificing them as they sleep in their beds, getting ready to get for work the next day. These assholes don't have a job. They don't create, they don't produce, they don't share, they don't care. They're not devoted to Source Prime Creator. They don't create or grow anything except chaos, whining, demanding. You got to treat me with respect. You're a bad person. Fuck you, devil. You're a projectionist, and you've been doing it so long you think that you're still capable. But your projectionist skills have faltered greatly. Nobody wants to hear you anymore. They can see that you don't have devotion for Prime Creator. It's very obvious. He doesn't have your back. You're just a mean bitch, Nasty Jack. A mean bitch. And this is it, too. They whine, cry, demand. You got to treat me with respect. I'm the authority. Well, no, the fuck you're not. You're a whiny-ass bitch. And rejection is just divine spam filter. God didn't ghost you this time, Empress. He blocked this asshole for you. Divine timing, protection, and redirection. Block. He's not going to be sucking off of you anymore and then doing his stupid magic. God said, fuck you, devil. You're not going to be feeding on divine feminine and using her essence for your stupid, fucked up magic, going to war with God. God is claiming these daughters. He's claiming them. And these men will stop dying in your sacrificial wars. You go, fuck off. You made real bad decisions. And the integrity of the young ones, they're choosing themselves. They know Source is in them. They don't have to look outside themselves. God didn't send them here alone to be under the fucking rule of a sodomizing devil. God sent them here with his presence inside of them. And these assholes said, oh no, it's him. That's the one you need to go to. God said, fuck you. You left her alone while replacing her with a lookalike, a piece of shit Jezebel who's been whoring and harvesting all of the celestials. And now you're going to get the fuck silent. You're going silent. And he's like, oh no, Twitter's not your therapist. You're not complaining about anything. You're actually the main character. They're looking at your profile and they're like, oh shit, you're looking good, honey. You're looking so good. You stopped mistaking chaos for chemistry. You're like, I'm not pouring my glow. I'm not pouring my power. I'm not pouring my passion into this motherfucker. Why would I ever do that? So that he could go give it to a fake version of me and then be stingy with me? Fuck off, man. Nobody needs ya, devil. Nobody fucking needs ya. And everything that nasty ass did with his sex, magic, harvesting, bullshit, torturous of the mind and heart and all that. Yeah, they're going back. They will be held accountable. Crystals do not replace common sense, and these ones had none. Absolutely none. The porn queen is exhausted. She can no longer fuck her way into profit systems, and everything that was done to the divine female due to her own blasphemous pornography entrapment. She was harvesting energy off of divine feminine and then going out and defiling herself while saying that it was the Empress that was being a prostitute. She was prostituting herself while wearing the energy of a divine woman and saying that it was the divine woman that was being violated, prostituted. Isn't that something? And now everything that they did in the energy, in the mirror, in the life of this divine woman is going to come back on them. Skinning alive, burning at the stake, gang, rape, fucking nobody loves you. You're going to starve to death. Oh, fucking oh, what the hell? Oh, no. Yeah, because they need advice, man. It could be that the one who is supposed to be giving advice is free now. Unfollowed him. Unfollowed what the hell ever. And nobody is taking your glow up or your ticket. And you didn't even leave behind a paper trail on how to move through impossibility. These ones will have to figure it out on their own like you did. You didn't complain about it. You got to work. There was work to do. Like you had to save your own soul that these ones were trying to suck dry. Praying to Jesus, praying to God, praying to every fucking buddy while you were under a decades-long curse. Fuck off, bitch. Yeah, they're crying. Glow-ups don't come with filters, you nasty-ass bitch. You're getting deleted. Delete the nasty-ass bitch who did not glow up. She's losing signals. She's losing, these half-assed pieces of shit are losing signal. They can't tell anybody how to come into temperance. They're too afraid to show the shadow. They say that you're too masculine because you were able to stand up to this lazy ass hoe and this devil. Bitch. They are not taking your glow up this time. You came too far. You grew too much. Your empowerment is unstoppable. You're the main character. And it's time that you start acting like it. Not pretending, but being. Those people who did stuff to you are going to get retrograde. You barely made it out alive, but you did. The crown is yours. You're no longer making decisions based in fear, and you just moved through it anyway. These people are like, let go already. Son of a bitch, let go already. And he's like, the universe isn't giving her back. Let go. And they're sick. Mr. Romance is sick, but she's just like, get out of here. Get out of here, man. Go. Go. They ignored the universe's guidance. They put their trust in a devil, in a man suit, not belonging to them. In other words, they put their trust in a principality and sacrificed celestial cardinal women here to teach, and their daughters who may become empresses. And they've been wearing those energies and identities while turning the boys against them and slaughtering the men in battle. Congratulations. They sponsored this circus. And you're no longer romanticizing crumbs. These assholes have nothing to offer. They have nothing to offer. Love don't pay the rent. Fuck off. You're blocking them. You're blocking them, and they're like, whoa, wait, come back. Oh no, wait. No, they're done feeding on the celestials. They're very upset. These fake versions of you are very upset that you're seen as the main character. It's very obvious they're not you. They're out here reading script, trying to fake it to make it. There's nothing authentic about them except for the rage, the actual hate. the actual ungrounded, imbalanced inability to manage their own emotions. Cool down. Cool down. This is coming to an end. They're going to be held accountable for fighting with his. God said that the sun will never show for them again. So they're going to lose the warmth of the sun that has been living within the celestial one. There's a separation coming. This Empress is married to somebody who does not compare themselves to anybody else or her. They're a mature King of Cups. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Right next to this Empress. Could be dealing with this devil. The hidden truth is here about who the master is, where the energy actually comes from, and who's been harvesting, and who's been producing, who's been taking, and who's been sharing, who's been demanding to be served, and who has been serving. Transformation, evolution, and change. We're throwing this stuff into the fire. We're throwing heartbreak and those who cause it into the fire. We don't need that stuff for our world anymore. We're done. We've grown through it. We've evolved through it. It's time to have love with understanding rather than rejection, belittling, nitpicking. It's time to be with somebody who believes in us and our potential and shows it through their actions, not just occasional speaking. We got divine timing. So there is a return. This is the divine timing. This has been prophesized, apparently, the return of this mother. You're not on clearance, honey. You're no longer giving spiritual credit to idiots. If they have anything of a fucked up nature like this, they're out, because they nearly exterminated the celestial, the family. They nearly exterminated her bloodline. And she doesn't give a fuck how you nasty ass motherfuckers feel about leaving her house. She's not required to serve you, bitch. Identity thief. She's the apple. And you nearly destroyed her fucking tree. Bark beetle. You're going to fuck off and die. A second death. Since you are a principality already in an animated corpse that is rotting, they're in a nightmare. Their pets are bickering. Hope exists. Even today, the barriers have fallen. They've got the key. The barriers have fallen. The true celestials of the soprano realms can see the deceitful processing of paperwork, deceitful criminality that they were projecting and moving through the minds and the receiver, the transmitter receiver, this organic communications device. Very sensitive, picking up on the weather of the environment of this community. And rather than deal with the environment of the weather that they were picking up on, they decided to punish brutally the Empress while the storm raged and everybody got raped and slaughtered and shit. Now she's back and she's like, fuck off, nasty Jack. Nobody cares about your need for diplomacy or respect in the celestial realm. You're going to have to go to the level that you actually belong in and hope that somebody there will give you the respect that you deserve. But I think they've just wrote themselves right out of the sacred shadow, because not only are they not creators worthy of a crown, they're not sacred shadow. They have no root. They are a bark beetle. They don't qualify as a life giver or a proper assassin. 6,000 years they've been trying to destroy this empress, and they failed as a collective of hateful devil men. Somebody misses her. They want her to come back. They're eager. She might be eager. Soft armor is saying goodbye. They're crying. They can't protect themselves with her energy, with the celestial powers. They can no longer wear the identities that of these false identities. They've been protected under the identity of a sacrificed celestial being. And now they are seen to be the devil that they are, and they're losing their protection, and they want revenge on this empress for kicking them out. And it's like, you're wearing the identity of a sacrificed celestial being. Nobody gives a fuck how you feel about it. They are not devoted celestial beings. They're wearing the identity of one who was, who is single. You could be saying goodbye. You did it alone. You could be saying goodbye to solitude. You're getting a life of luxury. You're using caution. King of Swords has integrity. He knows the truth about what's going on here. He's a highly moral, ethical, honorable fellow, and he's choosing himself, and he's helping the younger masculines choose themselves also. They're getting a new GPS. They're going into the proper celestial space. There's a vanishing point. These people are getting, there's this devil entity is getting, God is blocking him for you because he gains the connection just to gain a sacrifice and then leave the women alone. Using them as sexual exhibits, prostituting their energy while leaving them alone. Like, you're alone. There's nobody there, but they come in, harvest the energy, and then they go prostitute themselves while saying that you are being prostituted. Isn't that funny? God is saying, fuck you, you nasty motherfucker, and your sacrificial exhibit ring. I asked God if I was cussing too much, and I keep getting this. I keep getting head shake. No. I mean, there is the sweet, pure... See, when you are the 7 directions with the 4 aspects, right? That you're visiting all the time. Your sweet angel, your beautiful inner child of that celestial realm. The purity, that there's zero malice in them. But the shadow of you, which is sacred and rooted deeply, there is no wind that's going to come and block you. But also in that space was great suffering. Lots of cussing, lots of whatever the hell, okay? So that is in you. And it's okay to express it tempered. We're not out here creating chaos and war and fight. I'm not going out attacking anybody. I'm attacking this devil, but it's on my channel. I'm not going to anybody's channel and accusing them of being this. If they're here listening to it and they feel that I'm talking to them, well, that's one thing. I'm not searching them out and making accusations. That's not what I'm here to do. But we got plenty of people who come here to do such a thing. They're in a 10 of Swords, utter defeat. Be patient. Harmony is on its way. Everything will be okay regarding marriage. You're getting an invitation. Everything is going to be okay. There is harmonious union on its way. Be patient. These people are hit rock bottom. They're in utter defeat. They're falling away very quickly. The royal mother stated to be prepared. They won't survive. All of that baneful magic that they're doing, trying to replace you, take you out, prematurely transition you so they can step in as your spiritual identity and all that stuff. Well, they're not going to survive it. It's bouncing back. It's coming back like instantaneously. So you're going to have harmonious ability to be in union. You're getting an invitation. But the Ten of Swords has to happen first. These people got to hit rock bottom and then fall away. And it says just a few more months for that. So and again, you did not run away. The Empress did not run away. Neither did the King of Cups, the master who loves her. And they're laughing at life. Life is absurd. They're not running away. They're not taking an easy street. They're not going to go to some devil and say, okay, fella, what do you want me to do? Because, you know, Prime Creator said I should come to you for my instruction. None of that shit. You stood firm. It seems silly, doesn't it? Prime Creator said I need to come to you for instruction on my life. Oh, you know, and they gave you a whole script and you got to say it every Sunday at this time, just like this. It's so fucking stupid. There's photographic evidence. Photographs. The history of this shit. God is fed up. God is fed up with these liars manifesting storylines, prostituting themselves while wearing the energy of high-value people, and then writing scripts and accusations and convicting them deceitfully of being the prostitute because they harvested energy and then went and prostituted themselves while wearing that energy. They said that the energy they harvested was that, and then they've been filing deceitful paperwork accusing them of being that. With the celestial space, who can now see the falsity and truth of the mirror. You did not run away. You stayed firm. The truth of the mirror, tormenting people and then singing their song, performing their identity. Nasty ass bitch. Divine intervention. Divine intervention for these nasty ass South Node baneful magician devils using celestial harvested energy against them to do this baneful magic of cursing, hexing, and entrapment. All those curses have fallen. They are all broken, and these fuckers will be ensnared by them, suffering the fate that they had wished so vehemently for humanity. And it's not because I said so, it's because God, the one who speaks with all authority, said, they shall get what they deserve. It's the golden rule. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. And silence is golden. In the celestial realm, we don't have towers bringing towers to the minds of the people. It's silence. It's golden. It's pure celestial peace. The communication happens in the soul, the solar plexus, not the sacral, not the mind. It's silent, but loud at the same time. It does not hurt to communicate celestially. It hurts to communicate in this way, this false tower freaking Wi-Fi telepathy. The noise that never ends, the noise that drives people insane, the noise that they have been using to deceitfully convict people of being mentally incapacitated or insufficient. They've been using it to convict people of being angry when it's not even their thoughts. So the Empress is home. And there's changes here based on 6,000 years of torturous suffering of these devils, these principalities, body snatching, high value celestials, sacrificing them, replacing their wives with what? Fucking robots and shit? These newfandangled freaking Luciferian cyborgs? What the hell? With fake tits, full on vagina and penis? I don't know, man. What the hell are you guys doing out there? Freaking whack jobs. Calling yourselves creators when you're just mad scientists doing baneful shit with genetics of the creator, the prime creator. You have been fucking around with the genetics of prime creator. Snake. Snake. They've been poisoning everybody, and then they give them additional poison in their sick care system that's got graphene and nanoparticulates of programmable smart dust. And once they get that into the body, they can do their little shit while you're sleeping. They activate the programmable network of these nano dust, and then they go to work trying to saw into the bones, trying to fuse this graphene into the bone. They want to make you into a cyborg. So apparently Elon is, I deleted the guy, and I wish I shouldn't. I wish I hadn't have. But apparently Elon is one of his greatest fans. You can fuse metal with bone, and this is what they do with the nanotech as you sleep. You might wake up in the middle of the night with the feeling of sandpaper on the bones and cuts in the joints and that kind of stuff. That's them doing their nanotechnology bullshit artistry of trying to fuse the graphene to your bone, your skeletal structure. Lunatics. You've been looking for information. You've been doing investigation, divine celestial mother, regarding the torment of the celestial children, most likely who you've been listening to cry out in terror and trauma, pleading for somebody to save them. This shit is going silent. These nasty asses who have been participating in such things are going away. It's their turn to cry. They did not love God, even though they read the script perfectly, wearing a woman's identity. They misinterpreted the intellectual property. They skewed the messaging, and they led everybody down a path of incoherency, away from themselves and away from the kingdom that they were supposed to be learning about inside of themselves, and then going back home with added ascension gifts. Intuition. You're intuitively connected. Somebody misses you. Everything is weird. These people don't know what the hell they're doing. They're researching it as they do it because they're not the key. You're the key. And you have found the core of the problem and the key people of this nasty ass shit. We've got a King of Wands who's not going to get another contract. They've lost their contract because they isolated you. They neglected you. They were very wicked to you. They did their very best to snuff the light, the celestial light out of you. Empress. They did their very best to conquer the sun in you, and they actually have been saying that they have conquered you for thousands of years. And now this motherfucker is crying, and I don't give a shit. He's no man. There's no man here. That's not even a devil. This individual that stole energy from high value celestial people by the thousands, buckets full of little virginal flowers, this motherfucker harvested. And he could still make minimal progress in all of the heinous crime and brutality against humanity. He could not get a fucking head. Divine intervention, there is no more mystery. This sacrificial business is seen, and those who have integrity and sacred, desire sacred in their life, then it is very clear who it is that is the opposite of that, especially once their connection to the energy of their sacrifices gets severed. There is a beautiful King of Swords here, of integrity, and he is guiding the youth, the younger males, to choose themselves. They don't need to follow these nasty asses that have been feeding on their soul. That is not how they get home. That's how they feed the devil and do magic for the devil. This taboo criminal sex stuff. Criminal sex harvesting of sleeping single people in their beds. They astral project, and then they draw forth the energy out of a sleeping single person's womb without permission. And do magic with it, the rose. So there's a vanishing point for the rose. They cannot rape little girls and boys and then call them prostitutes. They cannot force their heinous fucking personality into the mind of innocent love. 5-year-old girls, my brain's telling me to do the middle finger. I don't want to do the middle finger. Can't you just get it out of me? These worms. You're about ready to encounter your person, Rose. You're getting a new path. You're about ready to encounter your person. Divine intervention. Patience. Patience. Just a few more months. Yeah, somebody's hit rock bottom. This nasty ass Jack and all other pieces of shit are falling away. Everything's gonna be okay. Because you didn't run away. You stood firm. You went toe-to-toe with the devil. And not only did you go toe-to-toe with the devil, you went toe-to-toe with the whole collective of devils who were treating everybody like bedroom trash. Now there's an empty room. They will not be doing that shit anymore. Absolutely the fuck not. Why? Because you, powerful empress, independent light, independent shadow of the sacred sort, are reconciled with the celestial realm and the root. The crown and the root are joined, are bridged. There's no more divide and conquer with this particular unit. You nasty asses are being let go. It's a miracle. Little seeds of infinite hope. Sunshine planted at your feet for those days you cannot pick up your chin. The mother provided you with that sun to remind you of what is within. You are ascending. Beyond third-party enemy bullshit. You're going to sing your own song. You're breaking up with the mirror. Lawn is here regarding the money of those who have actual talent. There's somebody getting, somebody who's obsessed with you, perhaps, a forgotten person that's getting records. There could be communication records of this forgotten person, this clown. They might be getting looked at very closely. I heard them say that they were under surveillance. This empress has their person is committed. They have sworn an oath to the crown regarding those who were gambling with sacrificing royalty. The unfinished business, the uninvited guests, the gambled with your life is drinking because you remember what they did to you and they're in eternal regret. We're getting a new beginning. And the sun is going out for the shadow. The lights are going out for the shadow. Because they did forbidden crime. It's like pets. What do? They hybrid. They did some kind of genetic splicing, some biolab freaking mad scientist bullshit with their replacements, their copycats, their synthesizers, whatever the hell. And they were supposed to be replacing the true organic in the celestial realm with this hybrid. So now we've got bickering of the pets. This pet business, these hybrid genetic whatever, there's a nightmare. They bred themselves with animals. I don't know. Forbidden whatever. I don't know. They're getting let go. It's like they're getting let go. Well, I think that this is probably sufficient for the read. The people that are in their positions fraudulently are seen, and they shall be falling away. They shall be falling away. The spirit says a few more months. You're going to probably meet your person, and this has to fall away first, though. There has to be an elimination of the devil who has been stepping in as a false flame and then ensnaring and deceitfully entrapping high-value women before they can actually come together with their counterparts. This Empress has got a King of Cups right next to her. He is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and he's fucking somebody up who is in competition with her, perhaps Gemini moon or something else. I think it's the moon, because they were hiding in her sign and it wasn't sufficient, but they thought that they could pull it off, but it didn't work. So now we got a Mator King of Cups here, either dealing with this Gemini or he is air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who's dealing with a shady devil, whatever the hell, wearing a status of authority that was supposed to be a woman's. These are sexist men who have defiled and brutalized women of celestial authority, calling them irresponsible because of their youthful celestial appearance. These beings are thousands of years old. They are highly advanced, far greater in dimensional wisdom than these nasty-ass lowlives could ever be. They were brought here to guide the children, the youth, into themselves, so that they could see who walks with them, who it is that fills their body. the inner divine, source connected, prime creator, seed, son and daughter. These assholes just wanted them to assume the position and freaking harvest corpuscles and have a freaking slave that would give their light to some entity called a sun. You know, give your sun, S-U-N, your soul, the power of your solar plexus and your rainbow covenant to that sun. Yeah, just give it over there and then beg for forgiveness or whatever the fuck, okay? God is fed up with that shit. This fairy tale bullshit. This fake fucking harvester of true teachers, divine and celestial, doing love spells on people just to tap into their wisdom and then pretend that everything is going to be okay. They don't know what they're doing, but they're pretending. And now we've got boundaries being set. Because we trust the actions of the divine feminine. Divine feminine's not a Jezebel. She's not out here fucking off. She's living a solitary life, probably celibate, working daily, moment by moment, on managing her own temperance. And these nasty asses are out there trying to tell this person that he needs somebody else. He needs this one, that one, this one, that one. You need to choose me, choose me, choose me. Why? Because they need to get in. No. He said, fuck you. He's like, guess what, honey? You know, Messy ain't powerless. He's like, you back off. He knows who the Empress is. And he's not choosing something else when he can be with her in all of that fucking survival stubbornness, that bounce back devil bitch. She didn't make no deal with no devil, regardless of how long and torturous the torture was at the death bullshit artistry of these nasty ass principalities in a man suit. She doesn't give a shit about the torture. She comes back to do it every time. And they're so mad. She keeps reincarnating. Well, yeah, you bitch. You're harvesting the children. She's no longer alone. This bitch that had been harvesting the children has lost his contract. No more fucking contract, bitch. He's gonna get beat up real bad. Just like he did the babies, just like he did the mamas, just like he did the girls. Telling the boys to assume the position for his fucking wand. God is gonna fuck him up. They've been talking about anal rape torture devices. These fuckers have been at it for centuries. They've got a whole collection of torture devices, this ancient church shit that claims to walk with God while they're slaughtering innocents. Oh, fuck on. All right. Well, you can all be mad if you want. I don't care, because God walks with me, and I'll show you tomorrow when I show up alive again. Okay? Have a glorious day.